So again, if you get really good at this, then you can repair things too. So this was brought to them and they fixed it up. So this is after they edged it. So they just made it smoother. I'll mention that all these, everything I'm saying, drilling holes in the frames to add nose pads, and putting the lens to a grinding wheel to add a cosmetic touch. That might be a Zeiss progressive in your hand, 1.74, right? Or that might be a Chanel frame. So you have to be pretty confident in your skills before you attempt these things. You know what I mean? So. Not easy, I guess, but I'm saying is it's there. It can be done. Okay, so that's that. Alright, okay, just more of the image. Pre-repair and then post-repair. That's the next one. Okay, so that's -1's edge fastener. How am I doing for time right now? It's 4:30. You guys want a quick break? About 5 minutes? No? Just ran through? Alright, keep going. Alright, the next thing. Alright, so if anyone needs to go to the bathroom, please do so. Quietly, I suppose. Okay, supplementary edging. This is... yeah. Yeah, that's the next topic. Okay, so the question was, with lenses being thick, did the nose pad arms ever bump, did the lens bump them? And the answer is yes, and that's this topic. Alright, so this is called... Alright, the question is, do you apply the air coat before or after, this type of edging? I would assume you do it after. I could be wrong. Does that make sense to you? I wish I knew. Okay, so the next topic is called supplementary edging. Okay. This is to address the issue of modern frames that just don't seem to... They put funny things in funny places, and you just can't put that lens into the frame. It traces nicely, carves out, and then you try to mount and it doesn't fit. Okay? So this is a perfect example of that. You guys see what the problem is here? That there is the eye wires, the screw that holds the eye wires together, right? The barrel for the eye wire screw. It's positioned right behind the eye wire and jets out a little bit. If you have a thick edge, you trace it, it'll be fine, then you go try to mount it and it won't fit. Okay? This is an example of that. Okay, this is that there is the that there, which is the barrel for the temple. It's blocking the insertion of the lens. Okay, actually it would be that guy right now. It would be for the eye wires. Okay, so this is the example I'm showing you is this here. This is just a metal frame, and this thing, it's not very obvious, but this, the barrel for the temple is it's really in the way, alright? If you put a minus lens in there, it just doesn't fit. Okay, and the unfortunate thing about this is you don't really ever know that this is going to be a problem until once you've etched the lens and you try putting it in and then you realize it doesn't fit, right? So, you have to be able to deal with it once the lens is edged, right? So starting with the lens that has been edged, right? So this, putting it after through the tracer, okay, and edged, then you got this, right? So this is just an example of trying to edge it properly so that it fits into the lens. Fits into the frame. So just curious, all those people who left early, do they get credit for this next lecture? I don't know. Just curious. Okay, so here's a a blunt file, okay, and then just, there's any number of ways to do this. I mean, you don't have to use that circular file, you can use a straight one, okay. You just remove the lens material in the area where it's kind of being obstructed, okay. It can be initially, it can be a very gross removal of that, right. You can also use the grinding wheel for the same purpose. Or, you know, once you do that, then you apply the grinding wheel. It's a combination of the grinding wheel, sandpaper, and files. Again, you want to go from more coarse to less, more coarse to less coarse. So from coarse to fine in terms of instruments. So that's kind of where we're at here. And you'll see it's not that smooth yet because there's been no fine work done to it yet. But we've just, the edge, it's been cut down there, as you can tell. Okay, and again, it's very gross removal, so it's still not that smooth. Okay, next step is just any combination of sandpaper and files. Okay, so here they use the rather sandpaper step. And you just want to kind of sandpaper it. And then in this case, they're filing it to really just straighten out the edge a little bit. Okay, so that's where we are now. All right, so it's rough edge, but the edge has been the obstructed area has basically been removed now, and that's not polished yet. So once you're at this stage, you've got to see if the work you did was enough to fit into the frame. And so you pop it back in the frame, and tighten the screws. And press so it fits. Okay? So again, this is what I call supplementary edging. It's similar to the edge fastening in a sense, but again, the purpose is slightly different. It's to make sure to get a lens into a frame that wasn't really designed to fit lenses. Okay, so there you'll see the really tight fit. The lens is right along the barrel there. Am I going through these slides too quickly? Through this too slow? Lots of slow. Just, I know these images. I can go quickly. Alright. So this answers your question, sir. This fastening, the supplementary edging was actually even done here on the nose side too. It can be done also on both sides. Okay. I'll mention that. I think typically, if you encounter that problem in the lab, like you throw it through the edge, it gets edged, and then you put it into the frame, it doesn't fit. You will pop it back into the edger and edge it smaller, correct? Sometimes that works, right? Of course, it's not the optimal solution, simply because it's not the optimal size, so it won't be as strongly fixed in the frame. Right, so it's less resistance to projectiles, and then if you do that, you risk having gaps in certain areas along the eye wire between the lens and the frame. Right?